And browsers. Search engines and browsers help us search different information, collect images, see the videos, watch movies, and talk to or communicate with many other people across the world. So let's see what are the search engines we have. First we'll talk about Google search. It's the most widely used search engine across the world. Since its inception, it's been changing the world in a very radical way. After that we'll come to Yahoo. Yahoo was older than Google but could not keep its market share and stands at the second position in today's search engine category. Bing. Bing is the default search engine from Microsoft, very easily seen in all the Microsoft devices and can be used with the Microsoft products. Baidu. Baidu is a search engine most widely used in China, although it is not that much popular or known across the world. But Baidu is a very popular search engine in China, having almost 95% market share in China. It dominates the search engine market there. Google only has 5% market share in China. Yandex. Yandex is a widely used search engine in Russia. Google although have good market share in Russia, but Yandex is coming up as a more accepted search engine in Russian territory and the nearby areas or countries of Russia. DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is a search engine popular because people can use it in a Tor, proxy or a VPN kind of condition. Where Google or other search engines don't work, DuckDuckGo works quite perfectly. DuckDuckGo don't store any user information, so if you are not ready to share your user information, you can use it. Ask is a very old search engine. Currently it is not that much used, but I have seen in some PCs where virus infection happens, Ask tend to be a default browser. AOL is also a old search engine but don't have that much wide market share like Google, Yahoo or Bing, but still used by many users. After these search engines, I'd like to add few repositories like archive.org because it has a time and date wise storage of pages from different websites, and we can search them using the time or the website page or any other way to get those informations. So we can definitely keep it in the list of a search engine. Now we are coming to Wolframa. Wolframa is also coming up as a good search engine, providing you many options to search information data in a categorized manner. I would request you to see this site because it provides you very interesting way of finding data. Then Wikipedia. Would you not say Wikipedia is a search engine? Maybe you will not. But Wikipedia also provides you many information that is not available in other websites. Even Google also refers to Wikipedia results in their own search result, and you can find millions of pages in Wikipedia which provide quality information. So we can keep it in the category of search engines. Then browsers. Chrome is the leading browser across the world, having the largest market share. It comes from Google and integrates with Google search and provides very good functional result. Then we'll come to Firefox. It's an open source browser, even you can change it for your own purpose, but it comes the second position and provides a good working condition with high amount of protection. Then we'll come to Opera. Opera is most widely used in mobiles, but gradually it is also getting accepted in PCs. Then we'll come to Internet Explorer. All the old Microsoft PCs have older version of Internet Explorer and it is still being used by many users. Then definitely we'll talk about Safari. It is the default browser for Apple Mac PCs and those devices which are under Apple or Mac. It is not having that much bigger market share, but still it is being used by the users of those systems. With the introduction of Windows 10, Microsoft changed Internet Explorer to Microsoft Edge. It is the newer version of Microsoft Internet Explorer and is far better than Internet Explorer, the older version. Maxthon is a browser, although not known to many, but was used in earlier days. Currently it is not that much in use. UC browser, maybe the highest or the top ranking browser or maybe the second ranking browser in mobile and is being used very heavily in mobile devices, although in PC UC browser don't have that much acceptance. Chromium. Chromium is also the customized version of Chrome and has a certain number of user base. Tor. Tor is a browser which works on a base of thousands of proxy IP addresses. It hides your location information and protects you from leaking any user data or user information. Although it provides you a protection, but it comes with many security glitches as well. So use Tor with proper security measures in your PC. Thank you. We will learn about the search engine optimization. Search engine optimization started after many search engines came to us through internet. Search engines play a vital role for us today in finding information, images, map location and many other data that we were not able to find few decades ago. Google search came to us in the early 90s, and along with few other search engines came Yahoo and Bing, and Google became popular after 2000. Yandex and Baidu work as regional search engines. Yandex works in Russia and Baidu works very good in China, having almost 95% market share in China. Google has only 5% market share in China, while Google has almost 90% market share in India and many other countries, while Bing and Yahoo jointly holds nearly 25 to 30% market share in USA. Search engines in today's world provides information to buyers, taking them to the businesses. Nearly 4 billion people today connect to internet, generating 3 billion and more than that searches every day. It brings for businesses better conversion, reduced cost of acquisition, no paid ads, while giving a great opportunity of 24/7 promotion. With paid advertisement, you cannot expect that. Search engine also increases your trust and credibility as you are available through many number of keywords across many search queries. People tend to trust on your website and business. As you are available through many queries, it is certainly you are transferring more information to your customers and buyers, providing them an open opportunity to select you among others. This helps you in influencing the decision of buyers to get involved with your business more in coming days, leading to the increase in brand recall and branding activities, as 90% and more than that people come to businesses these days through search engine. The branding in search optimization really helps you achieve your return on investment in a faster and a broader scale. Now, referral traffic is a vital source of income for many businesses. Optimization has helped even small businesses work as affiliate and provide referral traffic to the main businesses. In this way, bigger businesses benefit from smaller businesses and smaller businesses benefit from bigger businesses, working as a friendly business environment through search engine optimization. Search engine optimization not only increases your online activity and online sales, it also helps boost your offline sales. Say you have a company which generates lead. Now, online leads can only be tracked and connected online, but a lead that is generated online when connected physically, attending them at their place helps your business get the business faster and in a more better way. Search engine optimization also helps you in increasing your market share, and if you are entering in a new market, there also it helps you gain access to new customer base and new market share, helping you in increasing your value of the business and giving higher and faster return on investment in new investment areas. Not only the businesses, many professionals, politicians and other people use search engine optimization as a great PR strategy. If you look for any political or renowned person's name online, you will find a lot of data. What this means? If you find my name, Omkar Nath Nandi, search by this name, you will find a lot of information. What this means? This means I am easily available with all my information, so people can trust on me. This is a great PR strategy being used these days by many organizations, people and even NGOs. Putting a hold on the paid traffic, search optimization provides you great source of traffic. If you are a great content based website or you are donating content to many other leading content platforms, you can easily expect good amount of views in your content and in your website. I have my Quora profile where I have written or answered more than 600 answers till date and fetched around 1.8 million views. I hope to increase it in future, but never exploit these platforms. Provide your genuine answer to genuine questions. Never answer even those questions which you feel are not good for others. Click-through rate till date is the industry parameter to judge how good your business is doing online, and this is the only way to understand how much investment you have done in your business online and how much you are getting back. Search optimization helps you in boosting your click-through rate. With quality content, quality on-page and off-page optimization, you are ready to get a great click-through rate. Search optimization has brought a new era for many web owners. Google is changing, always changing. This is the reason Google introduced mobile-friendly websites, now accelerated mobile pages, with that secured websites being a compulsory factor, and faster rendering website is another compulsory factor, forcing web owners across the world to build websites which are visible in even low bandwidth condition and for any kind of internet user. This is nothing but helping you to generate more business and reach more customers across the world. I would say search engine optimization is nothing but a smart and affordable way to take your business, product and service and even your own self to your buyer base or customers in an intelligent way. You can definitely always invest in paid advertisements, but search optimization will always stay as the leading market player of changing the game. Our today's class is on image optimization. Image plays an important role for marketing of any business, a professional or someone who want to promote its own brand online. Even when you think of physical marketing, the billboards that we see while traveling on the road or newspaper advertisements, leaflets, any other thing, all those things are images. With the advent of internet, the growth of search engines and social media, images become an important instrument for businesses and professionals to communicate their knowledge, their product and their services to their buyers. Image plays an important role in explaining your product. It plays an important role in giving your user detailed perspective what it offers. Images can be also used to give the product details. You can see images with product details printed and pasted beside many boxes. So images are important when we think of digital or non-digital mode of marketing. As this is the course of digital marketing and we are here talking about the digital businesses, images plays a vital role in digital marketing or search engine optimization or online marketing. When we think of Google search, the second tab or the second most important area in Google search is given to image search. Images gives a user a clear understanding what the company offers, where the company exists and what their students are saying. Even it provides the location pictures of many offices or places where they want to visit through Google Images. Have you ever thought how these images come to Google Images or any other image search engines? It's not by uploading images to Google search images. We don't do anything in Google search. We do in our own website. Here you can see how the images are coming in Google search. Now, the images that we see in our website, they are the images which comes in Google search when searched by some key terms. The key term is given in the basic HTML code with which the image is integrated in the website. This is the code and this is the alt factor which provides the terminology or the keyword which helps Google to identify your image and place it among many other images of that keyword. When we search for mountains, hills, sea, beautiful pictures or picture of any other person, we get pictures from different websites. If you just try to go to the source code of the same page where the image is given in this way, here we are trying to go to the source of the page. See, you can go to this area very easily. Now in this area we have seen the image was there in the page. This is the image URL, and this image URL has a alt tag that is a keyword. Now the alt tag is given over there with the keyword, and that is the identifier which Google will look for while bringing the same image with the same URL in its own search engine. Images plays a vital role in not only search engines but also in social media. Social media is the place where sharing images, getting likes is a regular trend. You all might be doing it. But have you thought there is a different area where images are used in predefined size for advertisement? In the Facebook advertisement area that you can see over here, different predefined size of images are being used. In our course, we'll teach you in detail how to create the images, what sizes are for which site, and what sizes are required for advertisements or posts. Even in Facebook, you can't keep any number of any amount of text across the image. Here you can see why this will not qualify. So how and how much word you can keep, all these will be taught in this course. Our course comes with an extended knowledge how you can faster render these images. Images always comes with heavy size. It is far more heavier than a text or basic HTML. So while rendering the images, what technologies, what mechanisms are used, we'll all learn on this thing. The basic technology that are used to optimize the image delivery is a cloud infrastructure. There are many websites, many plugins which connect to their own servers to render the image in a faster way. Here you can see the name of few such websites which you can use to optimize your image delivery. Images, while using in your website, can bring a problem as well. You cannot just pick and choose any image from anywhere and put it in your website. These may violate the copyright of the owner who is actually owning the image. So how you can get the image that you can use in your website without any copyright violation? There are different websites which provide you free images, and even you can purchase image with very low cost monthly membership from different platforms. They are very good, nice and beautiful images. Even there are platforms which provide you images without any background, which you can easily edit and place in different background and create captivating banners for your own company or business. Let's start learning the same thing in a different way. Although I have given you few information over here how images can be optimized, how it can be brought to the Google search, and what are the different platforms you can use to optimize the delivery of the image. Today we will learn the Webmaster Tool. Webmaster Tool helps us and provides us scope to list our website in Google and see where are the areas we need to improve and what are the areas we are currently doing good. So let's learn about the Webmaster Tool from looking into the Webmaster Tool and the upgradations of the Webmaster Tool and what are the different configurations we can do about it. This is the Webmaster Tool that we can use to list our website in Google search. To add a new website, click on add a property. Type a domain name. If it's an app, you can give it an app and give the app URL. It will provide you a HTML code. When you upload the same to the root of your website, it will come at like this, and after clicking that, uploading that, click on this I'm not a robot and click on verify. In an alternate method, you can use meta and put the meta in the header section of your website like this one and click on verify. If you have the domain provider that is available in this section, you can just click on the domain name provider and add a CNAME record that it will provide you like this, and it will verify. And if you have already verified the domain with analytics or tag manager, then you can just sync that and verify your domain through that. Now let's say you have already done the verification part. We'll see now a verified domain and try to understand what are the areas inside Search Console to know. First, you will move into the dashboard. It will provide you average data of all the required areas. Then the message section will come where Google will intimate you about the updates. Then search appearance, it is the appearance or the structured data marking area where how your site is appearing in Google, that is being connected through. So here the structured data markup area is here, so that you can do by clicking on web tools, testing tools, structured data tools, data markup helper. Here we provide a listed URL. Select the schema section that we want to generate a custom schema. It's nothing but a custom schema that we are generating for our website by marking different areas from the page. You can even use the schema.org domain and use the related schema to do the same thing. So once the page loads up, we just select something, adds it, and then keep on adding the missing tags. And once it is done, create the HTML. It will give you the schema. This is the article that we are adding and other factors. Now this you can add into your website's this page, because we have generated a markup data for this page. And once that is done, Google would be intimated and they can easily understand the data in a better way. Now after that, accelerated mobile pages. This area is also important if your website has lots of AMP pages. Like my website has 174 AMP pages and I think there can be more, so I need to do something to improve on the same thing. On the search traffic section, we'll see it in the advanced version or the newer version of the Search Console. Here in this area we can see traffic more than 16 months duration, and even you can see a comparative data or day-to-day data. We'll see over here last 12 months visitor data, and I try to understand which keyword, which pages were the highest visited pages or keywords. See, we have received what number of clicks we have received, impression, CTR and average position is highlighted over here. A monthly impression ratio is also highlighted with the clicks amount, and the pages that are ranking high with number of click and impression is given over here. Then after that, sites that are linking to our website, we can see it over here. It is not a complete list or list that is generated by premium SEO tools, but it is good enough. Internal links, like which page has how many internal links, you can see over there. If you think it is more, you can reduce on that. If any manual action is taken on your website, it will be visible over here. There is no manual action. International tagging, if you have located any particular country, then it will be visible over here. If any mobile visibility error is there, that you can see over here, yeah, it is there, you can correct that. Status of indexing, total 411 URL is listed, it shows right now. Any blocked resources, so it is the last year data. The removed URL is, there is no removed URL. Like these are temporarily removed URL that web admin himself does. Now here, any crawling error, if there is any, Google is facing any crawling error or while crawling they are facing any problem, that would be visible. I don't think it's there any much. If we have created a new page, we can bring the page in just 10 minutes by putting the same and listing that manually. This is a manual listing area. And we can see over here the robots file, sitemap. It will again show you the latest indexed pages and submitted pages. Then any URL parameter related problem, if there is any, that will come. Optimization. All the changes and all the technical optimization that you can do in your website or inside your website is connected to on-page optimization. On-page optimization helps a website get a higher rank, and these days Google prefer well optimized websites more than heavily connected websites. Just building backlinks will not help you optimize, rather building great content will definitely help you optimize. I have seen in my website and many other websites are also following the same rule. But coupled with high quality content and good connection, you stand to get the best of the results that even your nearest competitors are not getting. What are the factors or points we need to optimize for on-page optimization? Let's go to the source of a page. And in the source of the page, you can see Three sections are there. They are header, body and footer. Start with header optimization. In header we have a title, description, keyword and author tag section. We should always write a title that is not manipulated by keywords. Write title with a bait in mind, like top 10 mountains of the world, top 10 products of Amazon, top 10 mobiles of this year, top 10 tourist destinations, top 10 flights, top 10 forests, or even you can say the secret techniques to optimize your page in Google search. Like that, these terms attract user or reader more. So use a bait in your title. Moving on to the description, it provides you a scope of writing 160 to 320 character. Here you can use your mind to create a great or capturing description that is having less number of keywords, not all the keywords over here, but highlighting the subject that you are writing in the body. Then in the keyword section, use maximum 4 or 5 keywords, not more than that. Go to the author section. Here you connect your author's social profile. Move on to the body. In body, now we have the content, image, video. These will be optimized. What are the things we need to do? Check on the content. Use always 2% density for keyword and follow 25% density for text to code ratio. Once that is achieved, try to write a content that is really beneficial. It's not just a crap content or just a long crap content. Don't do that. Write a content that is really beneficial. That may be even 500 words or maybe 1000 or maybe 2000 words, whatever the length might be. But longer content definitely help user get a lot of extra data, a lot more information. Try to do that. Move on to the images. Use proper alt tag for the images. Use lighter images. And for video, try to embed video from YouTube or other sites. If you're running video from your own website, you must use a CDN or cloud infrastructure, so the delay in video rendering is not there. Once that is done, move on to the footer section. Never manipulate footer keywords. That's all. That's the optimization. Don't do extra. Then once these are the major things that are executed, think of connecting your page with the best leading websites from the focus keywords. Suppose the website is targeting t-shirts. So best t-shirt is a keyword you are using, and when you search best t-shirt, you find Nike or many other websites. Connect Nike's blog with best keyword term. You can even connect the t-shirt page of Wikipedia with the same keyword. That connects a good website with your content. Build more content on the related subject in your website and connect them internally. Once they are done, so its internal and external connections are already done. Now think of schema. It will help marking the data in a proper structure. Go to this schema.org. Here you will get all the schemas that are available and find the suitable schema that is best fitted for your content and use it. If it's a product page, use reviews as a user interaction feature and improvise its on-page optimization. And if not, then still you can use a review feature for your content as well. That also helps in optimizing the page. These are the major on-page guidelines that you can follow and optimize your page in the best industry standard. I hope I have given you enough information. If you have more information on optimizing the on-page for any website, do give that in the comment. I'll definitely try to integrate it for the video.
Welcome. Our today's lesson is off-page optimization. Off-page optimization is an important search engine optimization related work that we need to do. Proceeding with our on-page optimization lesson that we have done previously, here we will study the things that we can do beyond our own website. The things that we do to connect our website to other websites and the way we optimize our URL in strong and competitive keywords. Where only content marketing or on-page optimization is not helping you, off-page optimization becomes important in those areas. Like competition in generic keywords or very highly competitive local keywords require very good quality and regular off-page optimization work. Off-page optimization not only helps you in getting rank in search engine, it also helps you in increasing your domain's authority, in increasing your page's authority, and in overall increasing your page rank. The values that you get is by backlinks that you earn from off-page activities. Here the off-page activities that we will discuss, few will have short-term benefit and few will have long-term benefit. Both I will classify and explain how and which you need to focus on what scale, how far your own content writing capabilities can earn you great backlinks, and how one single backlink can be more valuable than even 1000 backlinks. That also we will understand. First, understanding of off-page. Off-page, as I said, is the activity beyond your website. Now backlink. Backlink, here you can see this website is pointing to now this website. So how it is pointing? It is mentioning another website's URL in its own page. By that way, it is sending a backlink or a referral connection from its own website to that other page. Off-page activities specifically focus on this activity. For social media, social bookmarking, the social media shares, all these type of link connections that we earn from regular activities will only last for very few days. The moment these pages are removed by social media sites or they goes away from the listed pages, they will not provide you a beneficial backlink anymore. So to earn a regular beneficial backlink from these websites, you need to keep working on a daily basis. But for websites like high quality content posting sites, high quality guest blog accepting sites, they will provide you a long lasting backlink that is beneficial and will always point your website and increase your authority value. Let's start with the reason we are learning the off-page optimization. It is branding. Always understand a great product can only increase your acceptability or increase your ranking value. If you don't have a great product, you should not expect a great acceptance and a great optimization as well. Best service. You might be having a good product, but many bad comments on your product can damage your product's online visibility or optimization. They all relate to off-page connections. So be careful in providing quality service. Intent-based action. Build your content, images, videos and question and answers on the basis of the intent that your buyers have towards your product or towards the segment of the product that you are delivering or providing. Forum provide you a great way to generate interaction on your product, service or brand. So involve in high quality forums related to your product or service and provide buyers a reason to visit your website. Now the audience. Audience in a large scale comes from search engine or social media, but forums and discussion based platforms also provide you a lot of referral traffic, and these audiences serve as click based audiences. These audiences not only comes to website, they also come on the backlink that you are getting. So understand the value of a forum. They provide you the backlink. Along with that, they also send traffic towards your website. Now building upon comment. The comments that you may allow on your own blogs from other writers or other comment posters. Likewise, you can also comment on others' blogs or other contents. Never try to spam, always try to be a genuine comment writer and place your URL with utmost respect and keeping a focus that you are driving a specific type of audience through that URL on other website or other blog. Don't place comments on those pages where thousands of comments are already posted. Higher amount of outbound links from one page already reduces the page rank value. So there is no benefit of getting a backlink from those pages where already thousands of backlinks are posted. So you should get backlink from those pages where lower amount of outbound backlinks are going. Focus on all those pages which are already highly ranked, which are already having very high page rank value, high page authority value. The domain authority generally don't affect the page authority value. These are all earned individually. So do check the page authority before getting a comment based backlink from a page. Try to connect with influencers. Influencers can bring huge difference in your business. They not only tell other people to buy your product, they influence others believe on your brand and service. Also, try to be an influencer inside your own company or brand or institution. Try to influence others' thought by generating enough amount of quality content on your own head. Start posting guest blog. Guest blogs provide you best opportunity to earn backlink and increase your own domain authority, page authority and page rank. But get guest blogs from only quality websites which are only having very low spam score and very high domain authority and page rank valuation. Of course, your own fresh blog post will not have a high page authority value in their website, but if you post very high quality content in others' website as well, they will gradually develop high quality of page authority value and automatically increase your domain authority value through the backlink that you are getting from those pages. So always write guest post with a quality traffic and quality backlink in mind. Content, how you can write content? Ask yourself, ask your buyer, ask the people who can review your product, ask the people who connect with your product. See the feedback or collect the feedback. Follow your competitor. There is nothing or no better way to understand the market than following your best competitor. Talk on latest and current trends. Write content that really provide solution. Create shareable content. We are talking here need and the intent. I will not discuss here the on-page factors like header tag or keywords that are used to create the content that we have already discussed in the on-page optimization lesson. You can follow that. We'll try to understand 10 important points that are used in off-page optimization. These are the 10 optimizing factors or the work that we do for optimizing our website using the off-page optimization. And they are creating a shareable content, so your content can be shared in social media and other high value websites, so you can earn high quality backlinks. Connect with influencers, talk with them and stay connected with them so they can help you earn high quality backlinks and referral traffic. Start working on guest blog, and guest blogging websites need you to write high quality and really valuable content that you can post in those websites. Read the detailed guest blog submission guideline of different websites and work accordingly to provide them content which once they accept you get a very good backlink. Regularly submit your website in different social media websites. These are few websites you can regularly work with. Use Hootsuite or Buffer or any other social media syndication application or website to share your content easily in many pages or many accounts. Bookmarking. Bookmark your website in high quality websites and keep getting good backlink that helps in your optimization. Always remember, bookmarking should be done for individual pages. It's not just the home page that you bookmark. Forum posting. Interact in different and related forums. Never spam in those forums. Be a trusted replier and content provider or answer provider in those forums, so people can trust on your voice and come back to you when the requirement is there. With these activities you can also earn the backlinks from those forums. As forums are always highly interacted or visited, they provide you good backlink. Article directory. Easy article, soup article, these type of sites are very helpful for spreading your content, getting easy optimization and getting good backlink. Do use them. Question and answer sites, Quora, Yahoo Answer, these type of question and answer websites help user get their questions answered and provide many people an opportunity to answer questions that they know. They are also a great platform to get backlinks. If you write a relevant content that really connects with your subject, domain, or the content that you have posted in your website, you can connect these contents and get high quality backlink. Images provides us very good marketing and backlink earning opportunity through small or medium size images, social media images, images in blogs and many other sites. You can easily get backlink to your own website or blog pages. With that, infographics, which are information based graphical representation of content, data or information in a single image, provide user very good opportunity to understand the subject in a single image. So if you are submitting those type of images in Visually, Pinterest or any other such website, get high quality backlink from those websites as well. Always remember, backlinks that you get from all these websites comes in do follow or no follow structure. What is do follow and what is no follow? Do follow backlinks provide you 90% link juice from those URLs and no follow provides you 10% link juice. So always try to get do follow backlink towards your website, as they really help you optimize your site and get high quality backlink and traffic. Web 2.0, although the era of Web 2.0 is almost gone, but as Web 2.0 websites still run on very high quality websites like Blogger, WordPress.com, they provide you a great opportunity to earn backlink from those high quality domains. Create your sub website in those websites and post regularly in them as well. They can provide you very high quality backlink and increase your authority value.
Our today's lesson is social media marketing. Social media marketing is divided in two parts: social media optimization and social media marketing. Social media optimization basically deals in non-paid version of social media marketing, that is SMM deals in mostly the paid version of the social media marketing. In social media we have many websites starting from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, Google Plus and many other websites. Generally we use these websites. These websites help us stay connected and share our ideas, information, images, videos and many other things. This version of social media is a network or connection that we use to share our thought and information, and along with that some funny moments as well. It also plays a great role as news distribution. Earlier days we used to have our normal social life. When internet was not there, we used to share our ideas, our social thoughts are now changing to digital mode or digital form of social connection. The digital form of social connection is just connecting you to people who are not exactly belonging to digital social connection. So this is nothing but a normal social connection, but available only in digital or internet medium. Social media optimization help us stay connected, help businesses increase business, get more return on the business, and help students or community members to share and get more information. During the crisis moments like natural calamities and other such situations, people can raise alerts and many can save their life using social media platforms. So what are the major benefits social media brings to us? Let's see that. Social media help us achieve our business goals. By investing some money in social media, you can reach out to more people, and by not going for paid advertisement in social media, you can stay connected to your own circle, and a little bit less than a paid advertisement can take you. Get the target market. It helps you in achieve the target market and build on new customers, provide information to new customers that your product is reliable and has very good quality. It can also help you take older customers' reviews and share them with your new customers. If you need brand recognition, social media is the best place. Only search engine optimization cannot help you in getting the brand recognition that you expect. Social media marketing with paid and non-paid marketing with constant interaction through your social media pages will definitely provide you the expected brand recognition. As there are multiple platforms in social media. If account management is a problem, you can definitely hire a person to manage your account, and even get many softwares such Hootsuite or Buffer to manage your platform very easily. They help you in scheduling the things, provide analysis of the reach of the post, and help in putting paid advertisement as well. Now let's see how you can increase the reach of your post by scheduling the post in different social media platforms in time zones. LinkedIn users like to see the post or updates between 7 am to 9 am. Pinterest users like to see the post between 3 zones, that is first 12 am to 1 pm, the next one 2 pm to 4 pm, and the last one is 8 pm to 12 pm. These are the 3 time zones where you can use Pinterest in the most. Facebook users like to see the post mostly during 1 pm to 4 pm. Tumblr users like to see the post during 7 pm to 11 pm. Now these are the time zones where if you share content in different social media platforms, your quality of the reach can also boost. Remember, social media platforms always help you in connecting with users, and if you use them correctly, then only you can benefit from these platforms. Like, say for the purpose, you can use social media platforms for collecting the grievances or complaints as well. You can allow your users to generate support tickets through Facebook chat by using different applications as well. If your users can reach you very easily by clicking on any social media icon in your website and just start one communication with you there, nothing is better than that. Not only helps increase the trust, but also helps solve problems for unsatisfied users. Social media also takes you to the places where you cannot reach easily by search engine. One more important thing I would like to add to this fake click problem that is seen in search engines is almost negligible in social media platforms. Here advertisements are not generated on the basis of keyword, but they are pushed on the user activity or whatever the user is looking or searching inside the social media platform, or they are looking into the browser. Social media platform, as in the current time we have seen, they track some user data. You can turn the tracking as well. They are very secure, and every coming day they are getting more and more secure. So try to use the social media pages, accounts, and share your content, share images, videos heavily in social media platforms. Here one more secret that I am going to share with you is that recently many places I have read that Instagram advertisement is generating 3 times better lead conversion. I'd like to check on this by investing more in Instagram. So this is all about social media. Let's work with social media perfectly according to the time schedule I have given and use all the platforms equally, and let's see how your business can benefit. AdWords. We will see how you can plan your advertisement in Google search, the partner search engines and other partner sites of Google using Google AdWords. Google AdWords is very easy to use, and following the steps that I'll give you, you can easily plan your advertisement. There is also a Google Help and Support Center always available with toll-free number for different countries. You can reach out to them for further assistance. We will help you in planning your advertisement, setting up your advertisement, and creating an ad that brings more result for your company. The ads that you plan for your Google advertisement are generally focused on your product, service, or website. Even contents can also be taken for advertisement using Google's other partnering sites. Display, text, video. These type of different medium are used to take your advertisement to the customers. Even AdWords help you in planning your advertisement for YouTube as well. In YouTube, whatever advertisement you see are all planned through AdWords. Now let's start with the lesson. First, we'll see keyword research. Keyword research is the very basic and most important component for any advertisement. It helps you get a wider idea, a wider thought, and more number of keywords to plan your advertisement in a better way. You can phase your keyword research based on long tail, generic keyword, local search, city specific search, or national search. Also, you can take a lead by following your competitors' keyword and advertisement or ad text that you can get by using few premium tools, but currently we will see the same in only Google AdWords Keyword Planner, competitors' keyword and the ad text or ad they are giving. For doing that, you can use different paid tools like Ahrefs or SpyFu. They provide you with a way to see your competitors' keyword, ad text, and the cities or the places they are targeting. If you are using display advertisement that you can use through your Google partner sites or even for YouTube ads, display ads always need to show the best of your product so people get attracted to your website and buy your product more often. If there is no such best product available with your company, you can give the look of a best product to any of your products so they look attractive for the buyers. When starting Google AdWords, every time for every account you get a free ad credit from Google. This is a one-time free ad credit that you get, and the cost or the price may differ from country to country. It is available while only starting your account, and the account manager from Google generally adds or allocate the same with your account, or even you may get a voucher code to be applied inside your AdWords account. One single group should not carry more than 10 keywords, but there is no limitation that you can keep 10 keywords. You can keep n number of keywords in a group. But generally, when you look for advertisement, the products, the services, or the offer that you sell, they need to go to the different buyers with a different ad text, different ad presentation. Keeping that in mind, you should keep less number of keywords in a single group and create multiple group with multiple keyword set targeting different segment of people, different segment of geographical area or other criteria to get more productive AdWords campaign. You can also follow Keyword Effectiveness Index. These Keyword Effectiveness Index is not generally available with the AdWords Keyword Research tool. For this, you can use many other keyword research tool where it is available. It also helps you in understanding which keywords are getting more result. If you are countering a lot of fake click problem, then local advertisement using the local map is very helpful. In maps, it is little bit difficult to create the fake clicks. So using that, you can get more leads that is based on local map and avoid the problem of fake click that you are facing in your normal AdWords campaign. Businesses with many offices across many cities can also use the local advertisement that is based on Google Maps. It helps them to get the local share of the customer and attract many people towards your business who are not till now coming to your business. As you can see, the map based result and the people who search in the map or get the map result for their requirement is a little bit different. So plan for the keyword or let Google plan for your keyword in a way that is not applicable for normal search campaign. When you are planning any ad focusing the mobile devices, the call only ad where the mobile number comes in the screen and help the mobile users just click on it and give a call to the business is very helpful. These type of call only ads are not applicable for desktop. They are generally applicable for mobile devices. But you can use the ad extension to keep a number in your desktop based advertisement. Mobile ads are getting more and more attraction these days because mobile based users are increasing. Currently more than 60% users who use Google are from mobile devices. So planning for mobile devices will give you more result and better conversion. Do try the call only ad and plan for them properly with creating different group for mobile devices. It's not like for a general group you can create a mobile based call only ad. Create separate group, separate ad text, focus the device that you are targeting and then set the ad. Ad script, keyword, landing page, the product, device and PC. All becomes a factor while planning the advertisement and planning for the keywords. Keep them separate with different groups and create different landing pages for different advertisements. You will also need to watch for your quality score while working with these factors. Also focus on your budget and long-term advertisement because that also boosts your quality score. A/B testing. It is a vital part of any advertisement campaign for any platform, and for Google also it applies. If you don't have a A/B testing plan, keeping different group, different keyword, different ad page, different landing page and the different product segment and keep changing among them with a variation ratio, you will not be able to get the proper or targeted crowd to buy your product. You will not be able to get the buyers as you want for your products. Now when you plan for your advertisement, almost 98% people leave the advertisement and only 2% people buy your product or take your service. So this means 98% people who have visited your page or advertisement have connected with your company, business or product. Now to get these people or target only these people, you need a remarketing campaign. Set a remarketing campaign so these left out people can be again targeted and more amount of conversion can be achieved from these advertisements.
In the analytics account, as you see, we have to go to the tracking info and from there activate the remarketing if it is not active currently or turn it on. Now once you turn it on, there will be a requirement of keeping a privacy policy that you are tracking the traffic for remarketing in your website. You can generate a privacy policy from this website. It is quite simple. As you can see, there are a lot of steps given and accordingly you can provide the details and the website will generate a general privacy policy. Provide the country, website name, the location, the place, the URL. This is just a name. Here you can select whichever you want according to your requirement, which data you are capturing. If you are sending email, so you can select this one. The unsubscribe option, if you are using any MailChimp or a kind of mailer, you can select the unsubscribe or you can select the contact directly by email. If you are tracking location information, then you can select it or just leave it. So here you can see what are the analytics platform you are using, Google Analytics, as we are currently preparing. Here you will have to provide the email address using which users can contact you. You can either take a professional privacy policy or a free privacy policy. Free one will be the standard text just replacing your data, and professional one will have a copy free privacy policy custom made with some payment. Now you can copy it and place it in your website as a page and highlight the same somewhere inside your website like this. Once you have done this, creating the audience becomes the next step. Connect the account first, and once it is done, let's go to the AdWords account and create a campaign for remarketing. Here you will see different options where the tracking information from your website or other data source would be available. The name of the campaign, this is the average daily budget that you would like to spend. If you keep an accelerated mode of delivery, then your budget will run out faster. So I suggest keep it standard. You can always do A/B testing, which one is getting more result and what is your budget is also very important. Now here click on the edit target audiences. Here you can get the targeted audience that you want to capture. This would be by the interest or habit or what people are searching currently, or people who have interacted with us or with your business. We have selected the last one. We want to target those people who want to connect, who have connected with us. If you have any AdWords list that you can connect over here, this is the preference of people, the category of people that you want to target. Whatever suits you the best, you can select. Now come to the cost per click. Here I would like to keep the no automated targeting, as we have selected some manual settings, so keep the manual one. Now cost per click should be the one that is an average cost that all your keywords are providing. This is the website ID. Now create the ad. You can create a text ad or a display ad.
Your campaign, which is focusing with different cities and the country as a whole, should be kept separate. How you can keep them separate? You can create different ad text, different ad group, and create a different keyword list in those groups and name them with the cities and the country as a whole. Even for country, you can create different groups with different product. In this way, your advertisement will bring best revenue because they are focusing the niche segment, and getting people attracted becomes easy when you focus the niche segment. Now it is not possible that people will look at your advertisement at any time of the day. So for this you need to schedule the advertisement. Scheduling the advertisement is quite possible. In the AdWords account you can set the time duration of the day when you want your ad to reflect in search or other partner site or partner search engines. In that way you not only get more targeted people towards your advertisement, but also you help your business increase revenue by getting the best people to buy your product. Now broad match, phrase match and exact match are the three categories of keyword that you will see while planning the keywords. For these three, these are the different ways you can do the search to get the best keyword search result. Long tail and short tail or generic terms. The long tail terms are generally terms which is like bread and butter company in Kolkata, a bread and butter company of Delhi. The generic term would be bread and butter companies. Food stores would only be food stores. Shoe store. These are the generic term where extra amount of keyword is not added to the basic term. When you add something to the basic term like food store of Kolkata, food store of Delhi, food store of New York, it becomes a long tail keyword. So with these type of keywords you can target different group of people. So keep long tail and short tail keywords separate. Ad extensions. There are a lot of ad extensions that you can use to get more productive result from your advertisement. These are the ad extensions. See how you can use the ad extensions to add phone number or other data in your advertisement. Now while planning for the advertisement, you should have a budget in mind. Keep your advertisement campaign for a longer duration. Then only you will get result. So the budgeting should be on a long-term basis and short-term budgeting should be avoided. Partner sites are the places where you can do the banner advertisement, and these help you build your brand and get the product highlighted to the user directly. Dynamic advertisement. They help get your pages from website automatically in the ad campaigns and fetch the product automatically to help you reduce on the time you are spending on AdWords campaign and get the product to the people who actually need it. Dynamic ad campaigns are very helpful for e-commerce website.
Let's plan the ad. First we will go to the keyword planner. Here we will type the keywords. These are all generic terms. If you are planning an ad based on the generic terms, then you can go for the keywords that you see. You can see Google have found 1575 keywords, but I have already spoken that you cannot keep all those keywords in a single group. So maximum number of keywords you should keep in a single group is 10. So let's select 10 and create an ad, and in the same way you can gradually create all the ads finding your focus keyword of generic or long tail keywords. Now here you can see the broad match, phrase match, exact match. I provide you the key terms that you can use while finding for the broad or exact match. Now let's have a group name. So now we have a group. If you want to remove any negative keyword, so you can do that by searching the keywords again and placing them in the negative keyword segment. Currently we are not doing it, but you can definitely do it, and you must do it to avoid any wrong charging. So the group is created, so add to plan. These are now added to plan. Let's see the plan overview. So this is the probable situation, what might happen, what kind of costing that can come. So if you are targeting, focus can be anything. So once you have the budget ready, move to the ad group. So this is the ad group where we have added all the keywords. Now let's create the campaign. Put a campaign name, keep more number of groups under a single camp. There is no problem in that. This is the recommended budget for this type of a planning, or you can put any daily custom budget, like suppose 1500 or maybe 5000 rupees. So the
campaign is now ready. Let's go back to the campaign. This is the campaign. There is a group under the campaign, and these are the keywords with the average CPC of 46 rupees. So you can manually now change the CPC rate. Here you can see the top of the page bid rate is 39 rupees, but it is coming 46. You can now reduce it to 39. In that way you can check the florist is coming 52. For florist you can keep it. For flower bouquet it is 29 rupees. See how much less it is. And remember, this is the top of page with low range and the high range, and even for this also you can come on the lower. This is the top of range, this is the lower. Now once we are done with the campaign formation, what we need a ad to start with. Let's go to the ad and extension. We have already spoken about the extensions, which can be these. You can add a site link, call out extension, message where you can interact, location, price, and all this thing. Considering you know what type of extension you want to add, let's create an ad, text ad. Here you can track the ad. We are not talking about the tracking part here. So we have created an ad that you can see over here, and let's now save it. So the ad is saved. So once the ad gets verified, it will come over here. Here the ad comes under review. Once it gets reviewed, let's keep it in a paused condition. On a generic targeted keyword group, now you can follow the same technique to prepare the ad for other keywords and other groups.
Today we will learn Facebook marketing or Facebook optimization. Here we will see how you can optimize your paid ad delivery and how you can reach out to more number of users, how you can build a sales funnel, and what are the techniques you can use to maximize the return you are getting from your existing advertisements. Facebook has three different parts. One is your user profile, the second one is the business page, and third one is the forum. Forum of course comes with three different types. Two major types are secret and one is open. Now among all these platforms you can run the advertisement in the Facebook page. The Facebook page is specifically made for businesses, and this is the reason it allows paid advertisement. Different type of paid advertisement and optimization techniques are there, but we'll start with sales funnel. Sales funnel is nothing but creating a funnel structure where a buyer first reaches you, then you attracts the buyer with another product or other features of the similar product, then he converts, and gradually once a customer converts, you upsell the customer with more number of related products or your future products. While creating a sales funnel, we'll start with the video marketing campaign. Suppose you have created a marketing video for your product and you are running an advertisement on the marketing video. You receive 3,000 to 5,000 views on that. Now for sales funnel, when you are recreating or creating another advertisement, you will get the previously targeted customers data. Target all those people who have already seen your product's video. Suppose you have received 3,000 to 5,000 views, you can target those people. Out of those 3,000 people, you can target 25% of them and push the new advertisement towards. This helps you in increasing your sales conversion and improves the quality of the sales funnel. Advertisement frequency is very important factor. Advertisement frequency helps you in targeting the advertisement in a more better way. While targeting the advertisement, you choose a traffic or a targeted viewers segment based on city, people, skill level and many other factors. Based on these factors, when you target advertisement for mobile users or you are targeting the advertisement for desktop users, both the cases has different type of user interaction. So the call to action for both of them would be different. How you will place the call to action and where you will place the call to action is based on the
interaction ratio or engagement ratio you get from the different advertisement. While planning the advertisement campaigns in Facebook, you must notice which ads are getting more number of views, and you can keep those advertisements in your bucket for future use as well. Sometimes people get connected to few images or videos more than other videos. So reuse of videos or reuse of older posts also help increase your engagement. You can use them later when you are running some other campaign. You can use all those older picture or older posts or older videos to enhance or get more number of connections. As you are getting more number of clicks and views, the budgeting becomes a bigger issue. Budgeting is very critical. Never ever invest a huge amount of money from the beginning. First start with a small budget and gradually increase your budget based on the engagement ratio, different delivery platform, and what are the result you are getting different delivery platform, because then you can plan the budget according to the platform, according to the campaigns you are running for different devices, different targeted campaign themes, different keywords, different people that you are targeting. For all you can keep different budgets and gradually increase the budget. Audience, while planning for the audience, you must understand the requirement, need and demand of different city, different type of people and people with different skill. What are their different requirement or need? Based on that, create different campaigns with different targeted audience and different targeted geographical areas. This is the only way to boost the result output of your advertisements. This will also help you in maintaining lower budget and get more result out of your Facebook advertisements. As I've already spoken on the device specific advertisement, always remember the advertisements that you place for mobile does not always work for desktop. Like that, the advertisement that you may place for your Facebook page, the image that you may place for your Facebook page might not work well with your Instagram account. But all these campaigns or advertisements, when you set them up, they come with an auto function to run the advertisement in both the platform of Facebook and Instagram. I would urge you to keep separate these advertisements. Rather, create multiple ad campaign based on device, targeted audience and social media site like Facebook or Instagram. Bidding. It comes with two type of variation. One is automatic and one is a custom. When you start the advertisement, keep it on the automatic mode so you can understand what are the frequency, what are the pay-per-click cost or what is the CPM cost that is coming. Gradually, as you have spent some amount of money in the platform, you will have an idea what cost is coming for what number of views or clicks. Then you can manually resize the click cost to a minimum cost, but never ever minimize it to such a level that you are not getting the clicks or views at all. Do keep that in mind. Facebook images for advertisement can have 20% area with the text. If you are keeping more area with text, then your ad will not qualify. Keep that in mind while creating images for your Facebook advertisement. While creating the advertisements, the images, videos, always try to connect the emotion of your buyer. Buyers purchase things because of the different type of need they come across. These needs are nothing but their requirement. If you connect your product with some emotional touch with the requirements or their daily needs, then they will better relate their requirement with your product. Always understand there are multiple seller and vendors available in the market today. To sell your product as an efficient seller, you must always touch the emotional connect that your buyers has. With emotional point of view, you can use different type of stock videos, stock images to create creative images with attractive look. So people not only connect with your product with creativity, it also connect with the emotional connect, and the costing and the way you are delivering the ad to different segment of customers, as we have already spoken about the segmenting of traffic and customer in audience section. How you can connect these emotional advertisements with those audiences, that also matters a lot. Using the old advertisements already achieved target segment or customer segment, you can reuse them while creating these new ads and Create a scintillating advertisement campaign on Facebook for a long duration to produce more result for your company.
Our today's lesson is Twitter marketing. Twitter is a very popular social media platform used across the world by billions of people and has very high engagement and user retention ratio. Among all the applications that are being used in mobile, Twitter ranks one of the top 10 of those applications. Twitter uses a vast community of young generation and combines them with the older generation with impact on news media and many other media. We have seen Twitter playing a great role in influencing decisions, in changing decisions and in bringing new revolutions. Twitter is in parallel working with Facebook as an independent company. Facebook and Twitter both compete with each other to secure the number one position in social media networks. Although Facebook has the edge, but Twitter has its own separate section of users. To start Twitter marketing, you need a Twitter handle. Twitter user account is said a Twitter handle. The name speaks value. Whenever you are creating a Twitter handle, remember the Twitter handle name will always remind people about your activity, about your target, about your achievements and about your business achievements and your product or businesses goals. So keep a attractive name for Twitter handle. Although you can change the name later, but try to keep a name that you will carry forward as long as you run the account. With a great looking profile picture and a profile banner, your account looks very attractive. Attractive accounts call for more engagement. People want to see those accounts which are attractive and creates an appeal among them. With the profile picture and the profile banner, the killer bio gives an extra edge to your Twitter profile. The bio should be such that it is easily understandable and people can connect with you very easily. Don't try to keep complex things in bio because most of the people won't understand them and then won't like to connect with you. Build a community with your friends, followers and colleagues. A community survives better than an individual person. So once you are targeting to build a community across your product name, it will survive for a longer duration and give you more productive results. Connect your account with the business persons or your related business persons and influencers, as they can take your marketing effort far beyond than you can yourself do it. Interesting content is something that all look forward to. It always attracts people, it always attracts engagement. So if you need more engagement in your account, post interesting content. Don't just post your business or sales content. That will not attract more people towards your account, which you can do by posting interesting posts. To get interesting posts, look for news, media and other such channels, including interesting blogs, and share others' content without any doubt. People need to know interesting facts more than your product information. Remember that. Engage with others. How you can expect to get engaged? How you can expect others engaging with your post, sharing your post, liking your post if you don't do the same thing yourself? So engage with others' post, engage with others' account and try to like, comment and share others' posts so they can do the same thing for you. Tagging is very important. Try to find the best hashtag related to your subject or the content you are currently posting. Find correct hashtags for that. Whenever you are posting something, try to keep few number of hashtags, but don't overdo the hashtag part. Track the mentions. As you can mention others, others would be mentioning you. So keep connecting with others by mentioning others' account. So others would be prompted and inspired to mention you. You can track the mentions using Hootsuite account or TwitterDeck. Twitter can bring thousands and millions of followers for you. How you can segment these followers as public or private, so you can easily connect with them, share the content with the target group and connect different products with different group. To do this, you need a list. Through the list building, create list inside your Twitter account, segmenting users in the name of different lists. But always remember, your list don't have a name or image. So while creating list, be careful
to properly populate the list in proper subheading. Twitter posting according to the time is very important. If you are posting anytime across the day, any content, that will not benefit you. Remember, people are not watching Twitter all the time and your content don't flow all the time. When you post the content at that time and after some time, it gets visible to the user profiles or other followers of your account. So to get better and maximum visibility of your content, try to post early morning or after 6 o'clock for business content, and for non-business content post it between 12 to 4 o'clock. That way you will increase the engagement. If you are always posting some marketing content to sell some product, people would be bored on your Twitter account, and by doing that you will also lose a lot of followers. Your engagement will also reduce. The reduction of the views will lead to less number of sales and less number of growth. So to cut this, you need to post 80% content as non-marketing content. This 80% content, that is non-marketing content, you can use the engagement specific or more engaging content available from news media or other platforms. You can also use Google Trends to find which content are engaging more and post them. But 20% content should always be marketing content to tell your user, I am here selling some good product for you. You can buy and test and review that in my Twitter profile. Attractive posts. I've already spoken about the attractive images for your post banner and profile picture. Now for regular post also, if you are posting attractive images using some stock image or images taken by you, that will attract more number of people. As you know, following competitors is very important for any business in any area of competition. As Twitter is also an area of competition from where you can get business, you must follow your competitors who are working on Twitter, what type of content they are sharing, how much marketing content they are sharing and how much non-marketing content they are sharing. With that, what type of post and banners they are creating, what type of image and video they are creating. Create videos and images which connect to emotions of the buyer and better from your competitors. If your images and videos are more attractive, more connecting than your competitors, it's normal people will get easily attracted towards your brand or product. If you have a huge amount of followers, you can help few of those followers to promote their own account by sharing, retweeting, commenting and liking their post. That way you will not only promote their content, you will encourage them to share your content more often. So keep doing that. For this, there are a lot of automation tools. You can use them and target different hashtags to connect to people who are not even your followers and bring them as your own follower. We've talked about the curated content. If you have YouTube or Quora account or Medium account or any other account in other social platform or other content sharing platform, you can take those contents which you have posted in other platform and share them in Twitter. That way you connect your contents and help your followers in different platform to connect with different platform. That way you will also be bringing your YouTube followers or Quora followers to Twitter base and helping your Twitter account grow better and faster.